Hi, my name is Joel, and today we'll take a look at winning material, right? The first thing I notice is that we are in a check, right? There's probably one of the first few puzzles where we are actually being checked. The next thing I notice is this knight is currently defended by this pawn, right? It's singly defended. What if I take it, right? They have one check, but that just means they'll be losing material. So obviously they're not going to do that. They'll move their knight to some square, right? Yeah, so they move their knight to a square which is protected, again, singly defended, right? There's a concept called overloading a piece, right, where it's defending more than one pieces. Uh, so the first thing I notice is I can sacrifice my rook. Why can I sacrifice my rook? A rook is traditionally worth 5 points, okay? A bishop is worth 3.5, right? I used to think it's 3 points, but apparently, according to a lot of sources, it's 3.5. And your knight is worth 3 points. So when you add these two pieces, you are technically up material, right? Not only are we up material, we'll be up a pawn too, which we won over here. Right, so when I sacrifice it, um, they could try to kind of pin us, although now that I think about it, it doesn't work, right? So we take their knight and they take our rook, and we simply are up material. How are we up material? We are up with losing the rook we lost like 5 points. But winning the bishop and the knight, we were up like 1.5 points. Not only that, we also won the pawn on this square, right? So on this square, one of the squares, right? So we won a pawn and we won both their bishop and knight, right? So we're currently up material, and in an end game, this is extremely advantageous. Why? Because if you think about it, there's really no way you can win our pawns, right? Why? Because if, say, for example, they try to move their rook to kind of attack this one, you just push it, right? And after that, it's pretty solidly defended. I mean, there's no way to really break through our with our position, right? Because we have a rook and we have both the bishop and the knight. So I hope you guys understood this concept and really how to calculate, the material value and stuff like that. Thank you. Also, wait, one of the points which I wanted to mention is, say for example, we had a dark square bishop, right? And we placed it over here. Say for example, we also happen to have two rooks on the D file, right? On D8 and D7, and we had a bishop here. And say we didn't have this knight hypothetically, right? Let's just move the knight away. Let's say this knight didn't exist, and there was only a one rook here. So the first thing you'll notice, right? These are some checkmate patterns which I thought of, right? I mean, which is pretty famous actually. Is that our bishop, which is the dark square bishop, for example, blocks the exit point for the king. When we attack it with both our rooks, right? When we attack with both our rooks along the d file, the king is simply checkmated because it cannot escape, right? So there's a few famous checkmating patterns I wanted to end the video with. I hope you guys understood this concept. Thank you.